Okay, we're going to run through some settings here on the Echolution 2 by Pigtronix that I just received. I'm playing a Strat through a Carvin Vintage 16 amp. So that's what you're hearing. Nothing more, nothing less. This first setting is called, this is bank 5. You can see the 5 up here. This is 1 + 5 Pong. So dig. Got some nice cascading repeats there at the end. Kind of lovely. It's got a very nice sound. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm not going to use 0 or 1 because those are presets that I've created. Actually, I can go over those real quick, but I'm going to show you on the computer in a minute some of the software interfaces, how to create your own presets. So these next 2 presets are presets I created on the computer. Kind of cool, kind of wacky. This is 0. Watch, this one's got the crush on it, so I'm not going to use any distortion before the Echolution. I'm just using the crush here, so dig. Kind of a nice distortion. As you can hear, it keeps repeating. I wanted like a lot of repeats and some crazy modulation on this for some of the avant jazz stuff I do. I plan on using that with a lot of EBO and some slide work. So you can go in clean and have this marvelous crush setting, which I find to be a highly useful distortion. So you can go in clean, it repeats with the crush distortion on it, freaking fantastic, and then you get the multiple repeats. Preset 1 on bank 0, I've also created something which I'll play for you now. And putting my overdrive in, I'll play the same lead that I did before with the 0 preset that I created. As the repeats get lower in volume, but keep repeating. Pretty cool. So now, preset 2, which I haven't changed at all, is dotted 8th mod. Let me turn off my overdrive. Kind of cool. Number 3, this is Golden Stereo Wash. Now I'm not running it in stereo, so I'll get to that in the next video. We'll hook up 2 amps and you can hear some of these are really cool the way they're set up to do some of these presets. This is number 4, sample and hold. It's pretty cool. Number 5, it's called Halo Sync. And this is called Angels. Some nice ringing high harmonic. Synth madness going on there. This next setting, number 7, Dub Wars. I really dig this one because when you turn up the repeats on this, all hell breaks loose. So I'll show you. And quickly, this next one's called Hey You Duck. And some nice cascading repeats that go down just slowly in volume afterwards. And then one of my favorites, this is an incredible, turn my distortion on again, this is an incredible reverse sound. Really, really, really great, in my opinion, reverse sound. I'm going to go quickly to the next bank and just do the first 2 before switching over to show you the computer software, so I don't bore you to tears with this video, because we'll do another video in a couple of days. I'm going to have a buddy come over here and play while I scroll through the entire preset setup of this pedal, so you can get all 5 banks and hear everything briefly. So again, we don't bore you, have you sitting in front of your computer screen too much. But I'm really in love with this pedal, really, really in love with this pedal, and it's endless. I've already replaced taken a few things off my board thanks to this, because it's got a fantastic vibrato. It's got a great flanger. It's got some synth stuff on it. The Echoplex sounds great. A bunch of other things, but I'm just going to go through this next bank, the first 2 settings, and then switch over to the computer, and we'll do that other video later this week and go through everything for you. I just wanted to give you a little quick sample. This is called Dark Mod Delay. And this next one is called Tape Warble. beautiful. Actually, I am going to do two more because I'm a huge Lou Reed fan. Frankly, I don't know what this setting has to do with Lou Reed, but any setting called for Lou Reed is okay with me. This is kind of crazy, but I love it anyway. It's number 7 on bank 1. It's called For Lou, and in parentheses, Reed. Here's for you, Lou. Crazy. And this will be the last one before because I love My Bloody Valentine. I assume that Loveless Heart is inspired by that. It's got some wacky, crazy stuff going on. Here it is. Number 8 of bank 1. Insanity. All right, I'm going to switch over to the computer now. Okay, I hope you can see the computer screen here. No Spielberg, but it is what it is. Now, Pigtronix gives you this handy USB connector. And you can't see the pedal right now because I'm focusing on the screen, but I'm going to plug this USB, which goes in regular USB into your computer, mini USB into the Pigtronix Echolution. I'm going to plug that in. Okay. I heard my computer recognize it. Change the presetting there. Now what you do is you open up, you install the software, which is very easy to get from the Pigtronix site. And there it is, Echolution 2 shows up. Double click on that. And boom, there it is. Now this is a picture of the Echolution 2 Deluxe, because I have the Echolution 2, not the Deluxe, but the Deluxe has all these extra settings that you can do hands-on while you're playing it if you have the Deluxe. If you don't have the Deluxe, you need the software to make any changes in presets or create your own presets like the 2 I played already. And what you do is you simply select a preset. And I'm on 9, I don't want to change that one. Let's say, okay, so I'm on preset 8 of bank 0. That's, go over here, Hey You Duck, right? Select that. Now, you can go in now and as you can see, as soon as I clicked on preset 8, Hey You Duck, the settings for preset 8, Hey You Duck come up. Duck, trails, low pass filter, tape setting. This is for how the expression pedal would affect it. You can do repeats, time, mods, not sure what those other 2 mean. They say in the manual, so for lack of time here, we'll just say that you can change any of these things. The manual is really helpful, by the way. You can change anything. So what you do is, and these are the LFO, you know, you can have triangle, square wave, ramp, random, so forth. Okay, so let's say we want to change this to tape instead of low pass. Boom, one click on that, now tape. We want to do the phi. Instead of 1, see how you scroll through like that? Boom. Let's say we want a long delay with this. So instead of a medium where it's set now, you click once, you're on long. Time, I'm going to put right at 12 o'clock. Repeats, I like the repeats there. Mix, I'm going to put the mix at 12 o'clock. I'm not a big 100% mix. Depth, I'm going to take down a little bit. About 10 o'clock, speed looks good. So now, what you do with this is you go over to File after you've made your settings, Save Device Set, okay? And it'll say Echolution 2, Echo Full Set. That's what comes up standard every time. What I do is I number it. This I'm going to number 9 for, 8 for duck. And I have a folder on my desktop. Why? Because I know where they are. I can find them easily. And I can change my settings or reinstall at will. See E2 to change things. So I'm going to save this to there. Boom. Now that's saved, so you're good to go for the future. If you need to reload it, you just go to that folder you've created on your desktop, so on and so forth. Oops, my computer's going to want to postpone the restart for updates. You're going to want to go back to that folder and save all of your presets on there. However, to now load this, now it's technically in there, right? If you start playing, it's in there. But the next step you need to do is you need to go to, click on that. You need to right click, store current settings to preset 8. Boom. Now that's set onto your Echolution. It's a beautiful thing. You can go through all the presets. You can just click on anything and change anything and everything, save it. But then you have to right click to load it into the air so it's permanently in there, okay? So that's the deal. One more thing I want to add before I get off the software is to do the firmware updates. You need to save the firmware updates to a folder or on your desktop. You need to copy and paste that firmware update. Then go to File, Update Firmware, and paste it in there. Then go Open, boom, it'll change your firmware and update it immediately. That's the easiest way to do it. And let me also add that, you know, the software came up right away this time, and it works pretty flawlessly most of the time. But if it ever says to you that it's not recognizing it, just unplug your Echolution 2, power it down for 15 seconds, plug it back in, then go to your start menu, pull up Echolution 2, and it's never failed to come up for me. So there you go. That's kind of a little quick summary of what's going on. Like I said, we'll do a whole video of everything later this week. We'll go through all the presets. Right now, I'm just going to play out on the preset we just created. So here you go. Thanks for watching. My name's Ed Pedersen. Go to edpedersen.com. Pedersen's with 2 T's, all E's if you want to hear some music. Thanks. And thanks to the Pigtronix guys. They're fantastic. That's so cool.